Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a little bit since I've posted a video up. I had a busy month in August. Um, I went from Colorado, which I think was the last, maybe not the last video, but I went from Colorado into Utah. And that was, I was in Wyoming, then I went to Colorado, then I went to Utah. And I was just a few days here, a few days there. And then I went to Arizona. I did not film in Arizona. I was there helping a lady who um, was a nomad, and she needed some assistance. She was battling with dementia, and I and some other people helped her out. So August was a very difficult and long month. I ended up wrapping up my vacation early. I was supposed to go into through the month of September, and I actually went back to my home base. I think I got there the 31st of August. I'm just, yeah, I needed to decompress from all the driving and all of the emotional strain of dealing with someone who suffers with dementia, and all the obstacles that came about trying to get her help. Anyway, I have recuperated. I have recuperated, and I'm getting in the last few days of the season, um, because it's, gosh, it's October 8th, I think, or something like that. And, they're going to be closing the campgrounds in my local mountain soon. So I'm currently in Mount Baldy, California, at a campground called Manker Flats. Uh, I lived here on and off for years, and both of my kids grew up here, being a part of the community, going to the school here. I have one of my girls, my ex-husband, he used to work up at the lifts. All of my kids worked at the lifts. I used to work at the lifts at one point, or a couple different times. So it's just part of the resort culture. A lot of the kids, they start their first job at the ski resort. But anyway, I moved away from this area about 11 years ago, and I've been, if you watch my previous videos, I've been living up in the desert, so I've kind of become a desert rat. But that I still love the mountains. I absolutely love them. So I decided to come up here and camp out for a night, maybe two, I don't know, and just enjoy. The weather's beautiful. I think it's in the 70s, like in low 70s right now, and then it's supposed to get down, I think, in the high 30s. Still not too cold. And Buddy and I are prepared for it. Buddy's down here. He's got his little plushy, bougie hotel room. He's not hurting for a thing, that's for sure. I hope you guys can see him okay. Anyway, yep, that's where he's at. Loving life. For a bougie dog, he sure does like camping. All right. Well, I don't know what's going to go on for the winter. I'm thinking about um I know I'm house sitting, so I'm going to be busy in November, December. And then I'm thinking, gosh, the spring may be a real good month, real good time of the year for me. I am thinking about Quartzsite. I'm thinking about revisiting Anza Borrego. Definitely going to get some Joshua Tree in. Don't know. I think this summer, if I'm able to, I'm going to be doing the Sierras again. Um, I may do the 395 in this late spring, like in May and June, and just go up the eastern Sierras this time, and June Lake, Mammoth. Depends on how much snow they get. I mean, I've seen Mammoth be open, gosh, I think July 4th, maybe the latest I think it's ever been open because it's the resort for skiing. So, there's a lot of opportunities here in California. I spent this past summer Wyoming. Oh, I'm going to tell you guys something. I'll be going back to Wyoming for sure, for sure. I don't know when, but I think this year I'm going to stay local and do my old stomping grounds. I don't know if I'll do Kings Canyon or Sequoia National Forest. Maybe. I like to do that later in the year. Um, it's late August, uh, preferably September. That's my favorite time for there. But other than that, like I said, I think I'm gonna go back to Anza Borrego. I didn't spend a whole lot of time there, and I'd really like to I explore and you know take advantage of all the different just a different kind of oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, the environment. It's a different environment, a different desert environment than where I live or Quartzsite or Pahrump when I go up there. Pahrump is another possibility. I may be going to Pahrump the first part of November for a week or two. I've been thinking about it. I'm just throwing a lot of things out there. I get restless, I was gone, I don't know, month and a half, and I get back, and gosh, within a month, I was ready to go back on the road again. And it's so much of it isn't about the travel as much as it is about the different aspects of nature that I get to indulge in and be a part of and honor and respect. We had antelope near our camp at one point in Wyoming, and we had deer and coyotes and these little critters. Gosh, I can't remember what they were called. But yeah, marmots. I think they're marmots is what they were. The coyotes were chasing them, trying to kill them. That was in Wyoming. And I didn't get to see near as much of Wyoming as I had intended on. I had planned on seeing, visiting the Tetons and Yellowstone again. I haven't been there since the early 90s, 92, I think it was. And I wanted to go to, Cody, and some of the other northeastern areas of Wyoming as well. So I don't know. I think one summer I'm just going to go and spend the whole summer in Wyoming, or maybe, excuse me, late spring, early summer. Again, late May, June, early July, that kind of thing, before it gets real hot there. It can get hot. And it's Wyoming. It's always windy. And when you're boondocking, that's, you get yourself tucked away into some trees. That works out great. But anyway, when you're in the wide open, you're just going to get hammered with chafed face. That's what I say. I get chafed from the wind. All right. Well, that's my vlog for now. I hope I didn't bore you all too much. I just wanted to catch you up on what's been going on. And I'm hoping to have a real busy spring and, not a real busy summer like I had this last summer. I got some commitments at the end of July, so I'm going to be at my home base. Actually, I'm going to be at my daughter's place up in the mountains, I think, for the last couple of weeks of July or whatever. Anyway, you'll be with me wherever I go if I'm camping. That's for sure. And I definitely think Eastern Sierras. I want to do a few weeks up there. Alabama Hills. Everybody goes to Alabama Hills, and I've been there before, but I haven't put it on this channel, so I'm thinking I would like to do that, and definitely June Lake and Mammoth and Mono Lake up there in Bishop area. There's a lot in the Eastern Sierras. I actually was thinking about going from Southern California to Reno and then back. And I'm going to try and see if I could, if they open up Tuolumne Meadows, I would like to get in a Tuolumne Meadows campground. If it's opened, I think it is, and try and get a camp spot there. Because it's been closed for, gosh, I'm going to say I don't think 5 years, but it could be that long. It's been closed for a while they redid the whole place. And I would just love. I haven't camped there. I was pregnant with my youngest, so that's a long time ago, and she's in her 30s. But I love Tuolumne Meadows. We used to camp there all the time, and I want to go back. I want to take you with me. All right. Well, thanks for hanging in there, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and hit the little bell if you want to be notified of when I post next. Like I said, I might do something in early November. If not, it's gonna be January for certain. All right. Well, you take care, and thank you for being loyal and watching my channel, and thank you for DT and Donna. Have a good day.